Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I kind of wanted to start a series that I've been thinking about doing for like the last couple of weeks, and that's just taking a little time travel into the past, look at the old Monster High lines. I'm gonna be starting mostly with like the movies, and I know technically I should be starting with Ghost Roll, but like Scaris was like the first like big line that Monster High did, like enormous. Like I don't even know if they've ever touched a number this big in like one series since. Let me look. I don't think so. Maybe New York, but maybe I don't know. But I don't know. Let me know if you guys like this. I just kind of wanted to like look at each doll and talk about them and I don't know, reminisce about the good old days of Monster High. So I'm gonna start with Clawdeen, and Clawdeen's kind of like the main focus of the movie. Her and like Rochelle, I would say. This was also like the first line that like introducing new characters and cool characters and different characters that weren't at Monster High into the line, you know, with like Scalada and Jennifer and Catherine Demieux. Okay, so let's take a look at Clawdeen. This is hands down one of my favorite Clawdeens that was ever released. Like, I can't wait for like the new Sculptor Clawdeen to get here because this is kind of the vibes that I'm getting from her. Less like her original look, more like this. She had like the beautiful purple streaks. She had hoops in this ear and an Eiffel Tower here. She had a beautiful screening. It's one of my favorite like Clawdeen screenings because like Clawdeen had a couple. Like not as like not as many variants as like Dracula and Frankie, I feel, but like Clawdeens were always pretty good. She had this beautiful dress with like this lacy fabric on her like skirt portion with like these gold details. Like, oh, Monster High used to be unmatched. And a belt over top. This top has, it kind of looks like wallpaper to me, but like this like fancy like French filigree. And then this shoe mold was introduced in this movie, and the Monster High just could not let this shoe mold go for Clawdeen for a minute there. She also came with a bracelet. She came with like luggage, a suitcase, but like when we moved here, I have no idea where any of that stuff went. It's in storage somewhere. So that's Clawdeen, and next let's look at Clawdeen was my first doll that I got. I remember getting her first. She was the only one on the shelf. It was really weird. And then I think I found Rochelle next. I loved like also the Rochelle focus because she was one of my favorites of like not the main ghouls, but like second stringers, I guess you would say. Or third, I don't know. They gave me like sophomore vibes. I don't know. Are they same age? Probably. Same grade, I mean. So this Rochelle was beautiful. She had the teal streaks in her hair, pulled back into a side low pony. I love when Rochelle always had bangs. Bang supremacy for Rochelle. And she came with a beret that like was like hooked in. Forgive that loud stomping. That's my dog. That like through her ear. And then this like really Scarisian gown with like the Eiffel Tower, and like it's just pink with like lace and more of that French filigree on the front. She had tights. I wish they were a little tighter. They're kind of ill-fitting on Rochelle. And these shoes, I wish we saw more of this shoe mold. See, I'm not that mad at repeating shoe mold as long as they're like a pretty shoe. Like Frankie's basic shoe, I love, and that got used once. Really random. I mean, besides her main character, her main doll. So let's look at Scalada next. Like, do you guys remember like finding these dolls and how like, wow, it was so cool. So Scalada is one of my favorite dolls in general. Like, if I had to save one from a fire, it'd probably be Scalada. Because she's Hexagon. Her hair's up half, like, partly up. It's not really even half up. It's just, like, a section in the back is up. And she's got these beautiful marigold orangey streaks in the front. Oh, yeah. This is, like, the days of, like, Monster High coming with diaries. Oops. And she had, like, the Dia de los Muertos, like designs on her face. That went up there. She didn't have ears. She's got that skull. I kind of wish she didn't have a nose. Because sometimes Scalada, like, kind of looks like a dog. Like, I don't know. I can't explain that. Like, when I see, like, the nose, I don't know. Maybe because her eyes are so big. And she had the beautiful eyes. And her trademark necklace. And this dress underneath that has, like, this, like, Mexican print on it. With, like, marigolds and leaves. And then the papel picado skirt was insanity when I first saw this doll. Like, everyone in my family loves this doll. The bone, like, this doll was a game changer for Monster High, I think. Like, her skeleton hands. I miss Mattel and Monster High pushing these boundaries. Let's do Jennifer next. Jennifer Long. Oh, Scalada Calaveras. Jennifer is so beautiful. I don't, forgive me, know what, like, this style of Chinese gown is called. Like, I could hazard a guess, but I don't want to be wrong, so I'm not going to. And she's got, I think that's a flower on top of her head, like, attached to this stick. I don't know what else to call that. This hair ornamentation with tassel, like, sculpted tassels. And her hair is, like, partially up in a bun and pulled off to the side and long. I loved, like, what they did with her face. The experiment with, like, eyebrows. I always loved that. And her dress with this belt with these infernal tags. And also she had, like, a new beautiful body sculpt too, like her tail. And these shoes are amazing. I think they might have used them once more after this, but I can't be sure. Like, it was such, like, a cool moment for, like, I know a lot of, like, Mexican people and, like, Chinese people were really happy for, like, the representation that we got here with this line. Katrine next. Katrine was a literal nightmare to try to find in person for a long time. But she was well worth it. Like, I love the werecats, but I never really connected with any of them. This is, like, the only werecat that I love, like, white cats. Like, just big, puffy white cats, and she kind of gives me that vibe. She's kind of bougie. She's kind of has the airs of, like, her being better than everyone. I think this is the best Katrine doll. Like, the roses and, like, the paintbrush heel, the filigree on her heels, the little whoopies. She came with a purse. Is that, like, Starry Night, right? With, like, her, like, painter's belt with all her equipment and this skirt. Like, I feel like it's just a cool artistic print. And, like, her neck scarf. Her face is just gorgeous. I love, like, the pastel colors of her hair. Prettiest werecat, in my opinion. I'll say that. And then, like, because, like, this line was, like, released in such a cool way where it was, like, the 4 main dolls here. Oh, wait, no, I think Frankie was part of that. So let's look at Frankie. So there was 5 main dolls that came with the suitcase. So here's Frankie. Let me take her glasses off. She did come with glasses, but I think they were blue. I don't know where this one's came from. Let's just ogle her for a bit. I love these boots. The lightning bolt heel. I think Frankie might be the weakest out of the main 4, but it's still a good Frankie. That huge screw earring is hilarious. Like, it's kind of a callback to her original hairstyle, but, like, just fuller and more black, which I think is kind of cool. I think she might have come with blue glasses, but I think I liked the pop of yellow, so I think I switched them out. So I'm gonna have to check that. Someone over there is wearing them, I think. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about Frankie. I think she's just kind of the most boring. But still a great doll. So, like, there was, like, the 5 main ghouls that came with the suitcases and a diary. And Let me know if you guys want to see how like I store my diaries. I think I've shown that before in the Monster High video. And then there was these two with Deuce and Glia that were released in individual for like in the small economy budget size. And then Cleo and Laguna were in a 2-pack. One of the craziest, coolest, best 2-packs that they've done. So like let's look at Dracula and Abby, because I don't really know how to set them. I don't remember them coming with stands. They might have. I don't think so though, because they were like at the lower price point. And I hated this Abby at first. I don't know why. I just hated this Abby. And my husband had to like forcefully buy her for me, and I was like, okay. And now I'm just happy that like I have her, and I don't know what the heck I was thinking. This also came with with 2 playsets. The car, I have the car. I have this part of the playset. I think it was like a cafe playset, and I don't know where the rest of it is. It's still in storage, or I might have given it to like my niece or something. Maybe. I don't really care for the playsets unless they're a vanity. So here's Abby with her icicle earrings and her choker. This like prismatic Lizzie McGuire-esque dress, her belt. These shoes are amazing. Yeah, Abby's a great doll. I don't know what I was smoking. And my husband, my boyfriend at the time, picked a really good one for me. And then Dracula. This Dracula is kind of mousy, I feel. Like, she's not as done up or as big as the others. I think the true standouts in the budget line are Glia and Deuce. Mostly Glia, though. And so, like, she just has, like, you know, her pink and black motif with, like, chandelier imagery on her chest, on her, like, shirt. It's kind of a 3/4 sleeve, so that's kind of cool. We never really got that. Into a side pony and these bloody heart earrings. And then let's do Glia, because she's my favorite, so I gave her a stand. She came with her red glasses and a high pony with, like, the sides pulled to the, like, her bangs pulled to the side. Oh, I still have her thingies in. How funny. I loved her dress. The brain pocket is so good. She came with a purse. I think they came with a purse. I have no idea where they are. Literally in a bag somewhere in my closet, just full of Monster High accessories. I loved these shoes, these sneaker heels with the long pointy heel. So Glia. I love her like case with like her skelette. No, this Glia was like badass, and like the rib cage on her chest and her hood, zipper earrings, this deep lip color, perfect. This Glia is perfect. That's why I have such disdain for Monica. I don't want to, because she's like obviously Latina coded, but you're not Glia, girl. Here's Deuce. Only hyped up because he was a boy. We all thought he was gonna be so impossible to find. My husband bought every single one of him that he could, and he just bought a crap ton of like fashion packs and stuff for Deuce. My husband was like a Deuce collector. He loved Deuce. I hate these shoes. Like, they're cool, I guess, but like the snake bones, but like I just don't like the shape of the shoe, like the style, because they used it 100 times after this. He also came with the bags, which was kind of cool. That also had his skelette on it. Yeah, it's basically just a basic Deuce with like different glasses. The snake hair. He's kind of dusty. And I think this like this introduced like the wrist articulation for the Deuce doll. But yeah, I love him. We went feral for him. And now the Cleo and Laguna 2. This is some of the best Laguna. This is one of the best Lagunas I think that we've ever gotten, and Cleos. But I don't know. We got a lot of really good Cleos. So, like, here's the 2-pack. This was a Toys R Us exclusive, if I'm correct. I think it was only $29.99, which was like insane. And I think they came with their stands. Toys R Us got like all the best exclusives. And this Cleo actually had that beautiful screening, not like, because Cleo has like a proclivity to wonk a lot, and that's unfortunate. So here she is. Let's look closer. Her makeup, her little jewel. Her neck scarf with the mummy wrapping. Her mummy wrapped dress. Her, like, what's that flower called? I know, you guys know what I mean. It's like in a lot of like ancient Egyptian like hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphs? I don't know. She had an anklet and these amazing shoes with scarabs on them. And a high heel. Bracelets and arm cuff. And a little like, I think it's a beetle in her hair. And the teal. I love when Cleo had teal. And Laguna's so gorgeous. I love when they put Laguna in pink. And they make her more girly and less sporty. I know like the sporty people like that Laguna was a jock, but I like when they let her be a little bit more feminine like this. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite Laguna. In the top two, I love Madrid over there. I love this bag. Like a lot of the accessories here were top notch. This bag is amazing. With the octopus fins and the bubble like base for the bag. Perfect. Did she come with earrings? No. Cleo? Oh, yeah, she did. They're just in her hair. Technical difficulties. I can't really see it. It's like caught up in all that glue, but they're like long and dingly. But yeah, that's the first episode of Monster High Retrospective. I'm going to start with like the movies and work my way to like maybe bigger lines and see how you guys like this series. But thanks for watching. Let me know who your favorite Scaris doll was in the comments and who was your first Scaris doll. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.